Hello guys, it's Tyler Potts here, and today I am focusing on local storage. So yesterday I created a to-do app, but it did not save. This time we've got this game here where if you click, if when you click, you cookie clicker. It's a cookie clicker. If you don't know what that is, it's an incremental game where when you click stuff, the score goes up. So this it here, it's really simple. So you click, and then if I refresh now, you'll see that nothing's done. But if I go to 11 and I save and then I refresh, you'll see here it loaded my local storage. And then if I refresh now, it'll always be 11 because I've saved. And then I've also added a clear button so we can delete the save. I'm going to start from a base that the HTML and CSS will be on GitHub for you guys to have a look at. But otherwise, the only bit I'm going to be showing you is the local storage part because I just want to teach local storage. I'll be using ES6 syntax as well. I'll be using const, let, and var. The difference between those, as you can see in here, is so const cannot be changed. It's I'd say immutable, but it's not actually an immutable. It's basically once you've defined it, so once you have set it, you can't change it. So I can't then go down here and go clicker is equal to 0 because that will not work. It'll give me an error saying it has already been defined. And let is like var, but this is to do with the block scope. So whatever this is in, it will only work what it was in, and then var is scoped. So I'm gonna reset pretty much my code, and I'll see you in a few seconds. Okay guys, so now we are back. So now if I go up here and I click this and refresh, it won't do anything. It'll just restart the thing, and if I then click save, it's still not. Again, because obviously there's no save, clear storage won't work either. So here is the code we have. So I'll quickly go through the HTML and CSS pretty quickly. So I'm not going to explain the head. All you need to know is I'm linking a style sheet, and the title is clicker game. The page wrapper, that's not actually really used for anything. I just added that in because I added it in with everything. Then there's the header, which you've seen before. This has the title and the header tools, which is the save button and the clear storage button. Then here is the actual game view down here where it has the clicker. So what you click, the button you click to increment the counter, which is here, which displays the counter. And then we are linking to our js.main. In the styles, I'm not going to go through explaining all this, but I'll slowly go through it here. But it will also be on GitHub. I believe if I don't pull it on GitHub, remind me because I do forget these things. But it should be on GitHub. There you go. So that is fancy styling right there. Next up is the JavaScript. So as I said a minute ago, I'm using const and let. So clicker is document.getElement by ID. So I'm getting an element in the DOM by its ID of clicker. So that will be the button we click. Counter will be the counter where the numbers are displayed. Save storage is the save storage button, and clear storage is the clear storage button. And they are all not changeable. So now I cannot go down here and say save storage is equal to 0 because that won't work as I explained earlier. So local storage, I have opened the developer.mozilla.org, open up on window.local storage. If you ever need any, if you need to Google is a developer's best friend. You need to use it. I don't remember everything I do. I will always, I Google the simplest of things at times. I will forget how to uppercase text using CSS. I remembered it this time, just to let you know I didn't actually have to Google. So look, it's down here. There you go. See, text transform uppercase. I remembered this time because I've done it so many times now. But yeah, so here we are. So local storage. So how you define your storage is you will go window.local storage and you will set it the variable. You'll set that equal to a variable name. And then here you can set an item. So you say local storage set item, and then you'll give that item a name. So here you do my cat, and his cat's name is Tom. So now if he was to do var cat equal to local storage dot get item cat my cat, it would get what he set here and set item, and it will display it. It will be in this variable now. So that will be equal to Tom. So if he did console.log cat, it would log Tom. And then to remove an item, you will do local storage.remove item, my cat, and that will delete it. You can also do local storage.clear, which will clear all items in your local storage. I actually, a minute ago, I did this wrong. I actually used clear and then put my cat in there, which worked. It worked, but obviously in the documentation told to this, so this is why you should always read documentation. Right, now that is out of the way, let's get into the JavaScript code. So first, we have to create. So that first we need to define our storage variable, which will be equal to window.local storage, as it says in our close documentation, as it says in the documentation. Object to save. So we have created an object here, but we don't actually want this. We want to keep the save let outside of this, and we'll create a function to load it. So we'll call this function called load. That's not right. Function loads, and then we'll also call it immediately after, just to keep the code a bit neater. And then here we will go if, and then so we're doing an if statement to check if we're going to check if the storage dot get item, and then we're going to call it save, is true. And if that exists, then we will go here and we will say far set, oh not far, we will say save, because we've already defined our object up here is equal to store. We need to do JSON dot pass storage. I'll explain JSON dot pass, and we'll say get item save. So what JSON.parse does, so we will be you can't actually save an object directly and return an object directly into local storage. You have to parse it and stringify it. So stringify will turn it into a string, and parsing it will turn it back into an object. The reason we do this is to keep it clean. And so if you was to return, when you got your local storage back, if we weren't to parse this back, we would have a string if we JSON.stringify. But if we didn't, if we just upload a object straight, if we say set item of, if we set an object and then we try to retrieve the object without parsing it, it would not work. So that is how that works. So I'm not sure if I can explain that very well, but you can Google it. And then we will say here, we will log save found, and then we will do here, and we will say save. So that will log our save. And then we need to go. Do we need to go? Is that it? I think that no, we do need to do something. So we need to go counter dot inner HTML is equal to save.count. Save.count. So then that will change the text, this input, not input, this view, we'll call it view, the counter. It will display the counter on screen. And next, if it doesn't exist, then we need to go save dot count is equal to 0 console dot log save not found, and then we will go counter dot inner HTML equal to 0, and that should load our function now. So if it's true, it'll display what our last save was. Next we need to go into, so this already set up, so this is fine. Next we need to set up the save storage, or actually we'll quickly refresh, and now it says save not found because we don't have a save. So next we will save it. So we'll go save storage dot, if you're add event listener, because that is more important, and then we'll say function. So we create a function to this to call back to this. So once you click it, it will execute any code inside here. we will then do, so we need to set the storage, don't we? So now we need to go we need to go storage dot set item, and then we need to give it a name. So we've called it save, or we've used save, and then we'll go, so we've got a stringify it, as I explained earlier, stringify, and then we say save. So it will stringify our save into a string, a JSON string, and then save it into this in the local storage under save. And then you can name this save whatever you want, by the way. You can name it cheese or whatever, as long as you call it, once you get item, you call it the same name, it will work. So you can save multiple things as well. You could do something under save, you could do something under progress if you're doing a progress app, or you could save stuff under completely different things if you want to keep it cleaner and stuff. And then we will go here. So once we have set, no, actually, I think that is it for the save. We only literally need to save it. Maybe we can do a log as well. Say log, we'll do it after. Log saved game. Here we go. And next we need to, so actually we'll test that. We will test that. So we have saved. So now if we refresh here and we go click 6, and then we click save game. Now if we refresh, it still says 6 and it loads our game as we said. So that is how local storage works. I will show you now quickly how to clear the storage. So now we will come down here, go clear storage dot add event listener. Again, we're doing the same thing. We're adding a click event listener, and then we're doing a callback, which will go storage dot remove item, and we'll say save. And I believe that was it. And then we will also go counter dot inner HTML equal to 0, because if we don't, we won't see it change on the front end, so it would still be 6 if we cleared it without adding this. And I believe that's it. So now let's try it. So let's clear our storage. It sets it to 0 if we refresh, save not found, so it's cleared our save. So now if we set 5, save storage, refresh, it is now back to 5. But now if we go even more, so if we go all the way up to 20 and we click save and refresh, it's still at 20. So now if we go up to 25 and then refresh, because we didn't click save, it has gone back to 20. I hope that was clear. If you have any questions in the comments, please let me know. I will try and remember to put this in a repository for you, so you can all go and take a look at the code. If not, remind me to say in the comments and I will do it for you. So it's a simple local storage. If you want more advanced stuff on it and you want to learn some more advanced techniques, how to iterate through stuff when it loads in, and like display like a to-do app with it or anything like that in more an advanced app on a more advanced topics, just let me know and I can do that for you. All right, thank you for watching, guys. It's been a pleasure. Subscribe if you haven't already to get more videos. Like and share with all your friends. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.